And welcome back here to our draft analysis here in the WPF Delta. Man, it's been a while. It's been like, I think 2 seasons and almost 1.5 years, I believe. Yeah, anyways, in the meantime, Draftanalysis was basically my replacement. And yeah, I think he did pretty well. And yeah. So let's just jump right into what we actually got this season. So as our first picks, spoiler, we ended actually up being last pick overall, which is great, honestly. But expecting that most of the top tiers were basically gone at this point, and honestly, I really just wanted to draft what the fuck I wanted, and our first pick ended up being Gouging Fire again, like last time, basically trying to run it back and do some shit there. Honestly, it was actually pretty cheap at 16 points, so honestly, I just went for it. Overall, the draft board this season was in its entirety pretty cheap as well, so yeah, let's see what we actually drafted with it. So since we got Wheel, we basically had another choice that we had to make, and honestly, I just really wanted to draft this one because I've seen it do some pretty shicey things in other leagues, and honestly, with Terra, this motherfucker is fucking crazy. And yeah, basically we got Necrozma. With Terra all, basically, we just have to tell our opponent before the game what Terra we actually pick, and honestly, it's another bookie-ass motherfucker, and honestly, it can basically run any Terra type pretty effectively, outside of some very niche things, and yeah, honestly, I'm super hyped to actually try it out for once. Yeah, I'm a huge Terra Necrozma fan. And for the team style that we actually drafted later on, this is going to be very fun as well. So, yeah, next up, we actually went Ogre Pawn, Wellspring with Terra Thunderous Teeth, but we actually got sniped super hard later on in the draft, so we actually had to use our grace period traits to actually make something out of it, and so basically I ended up getting Walking Wake again, but also with Terra this time. Also super cheap at only 14 points, so we actually could afford Terra Necrozma and Terra Walking Wake, which is pretty fire, because you can predict Necrozma's Terra typing, and while you can most certainly predict Terra Wake's typing, which is probably going to be Terra Water like 95% of the time, you still struggle to actually have some switch-ins into it. So that's gonna be really fun. So one of our then honestly, let's just jump right into our 5th round, because I actually just sorted my team points wise. So one of our trades actually gonna be end up later. So next up, I wanted something fast, and honestly, I'm super stoked to actually use it again. Like, I think it has been a little bit a fall from grace for it, for actually, because honestly, I don't actually see it that much nowadays. But yeah, I ended up getting Rewild because I really wanted something fast, and honestly, everything fast up to this point was basically gone in the draft. Any top tier speed, any top speed was basically drafted, and yeah, Rewild was actually one of our last options we could have gone. And yeah, with it, I really wanted a hazard removal, because honestly, there wasn't a whole lot left at this point. But I actually still got kind of lucky to get one of the better rapid spinners for our team, which is being Excadrill. I mean, what can you say about Excadrill? Like, you probably seen it do something in a lot of leagues, and it was actually on my first draft team overall as well, so I'm super hyped to actually use it again. This time probably more in a supportive role, because we truly needed something against rock type mons, and honestly Excadrill actually is a pretty great switch into them. Yeah, just rapid spin, Stealth Rock probably comes to a lot of games as well. Maybe Choice Scarf in some games too, so that's gonna be maybe a surprise to our opponents. And yeah, that would have been our 6th pick overall. Then next up, our next pick was something I originally picked, like, I think it was actually one of my last picks, which is Slitherwing. Goat. Again, last season it didn't really do a whole lot, but I'm kind of expecting it to fill a different role this time around, because it's probably gonna play more of a bulky pivot for us, into ground types especially, because looking at our team currently, we have no ground resist whatsoever. And yeah, basically our next pick's gonna try and mitigate our crazy ground weak just a little bit. So yeah, I hope Slitherwing can do this job pretty well. Also, it gives us a great priority move in first impression. And yeah, then next up, again, I wanted another ground resist, so we grabbed Skarmory. Yeah, also originally I had Ogerpon, Wellspring as well as my Spiker, but this time Skarmory has to fill that role. And honestly, it's a really reliable Stealth Rocker and Spiker for that reason. Only sitting at 9 points, also pretty cheap, I might say. Fills out our weakness roster pretty well, to be honest. Yeah. Then next, I ended up going Ninetales as our Sunsetter. Honestly, last time Torkoal, it was good. Let's just say that. But it was so much of a momentum thing for us that honestly, I think Ninetales might just be overall better at this point, while also being cheaper for some reason. It has some great support options with Will-O-Wisp, Encore, and Healing Wish, giving our breakers or our setup sweepers, which we actually have a lot at this point. Maybe a second life could also be really, really beneficial. And Baton Pass giving us a nice momentum option as well, which could also come in handy pretty well. Unlike Torkoal, which basically has to run some bullshit eject pact overheat sets, and then you have to basically try and go from there. And yeah, it's just such a big momentum thing. I really didn't enjoy it that much, to be honest. Yeah, then next we have Big Florges making a return. Got this one super late in draft, like 7th or 8th round, I believe. Basically, every other fairy type was gone at this point. And honestly, it also makes, again, a pretty great pairing with Skarmory, being the especially defensive wall that we basically kind of need in our team. Looking at basic special attackers, they would kind of ruin our team. And honestly, I think Flockers basically fills that role pretty well. Also, again, button pass, another great tool for it to use, gaining us some mildly slow momentum, I'd say. 75 speed isn't that slow, to be honest, but if we can run something like Relax Nature and zero speed IVs, I think we should be able to underspeed a lot of things and gain some much needed slow momentum with our team. Basically gaining our wake, hopefully some great access to just spamming its Hydro Steam. Then next up, the gold returns, motherfucking Venusaur. I love him. And honestly, I really needed a poison typing, and yeah, Venusaur just fit that role perfectly. We had 7 points left, and Venusaur just does this role perfectly for our team. Gives some nice pressure with growth, life orb bullshit that we can basically run, with Weather Ball basically being another stab move for it. Yeah, it can basically destroy entire teams. Just alone with 9 tails many times. And yeah, maybe if it goes like last season, then we might just be able to actually bring it like in more defensive roles as well, because honestly, Venusaur's bulk isn't that bad. And yeah, lastly, I really wanted a spin blocker to actually preserve our hazards on the field. And honestly, I think for 2 points, this one has some great value, but also basically blanking the great task if it doesn't run knock off. So we went with Misdreavus. And I mean, this would have been fire if this would have been something like Fluttermane, but honestly, I still take it. Tiny Fluttermane is better anyway. Fuck the big one. I hate him. And yeah, bulky Will-O-Wisp sets good speed here as well. Yeah, it basically just fills out the role of a halfway decent bulky ghost typing that actually rapid spins blocks pretty well. And yeah, that is going to be our team for this season. I hope y'all like this team. Please let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next week on Friday when our first game versus, I think, Herbie Senpai goes live. A tiny portion of the people might actually know him from German PokeTubing. But he tried to dabble basically into the international draft league scene with this one. So this is going to be a very fun one. And yeah, I shall see you guys next week. Bye!